So next topic we are going to see is drug and target interaction. What is this drug and target interaction? First, your drug will have some chemical structure, and your target, for example, your enzymes or hormones or your bacteria, um, whatever is malfunctioning, bacteria or whatever is malfunction will have some chemical structure. So in order to improve the uh, uh, improve the current condition of your body or a particular target, these two will bond. Uh, for example, the bonding may takes place through van der Waals force, etc. And then the target is cured based on bonding. So this is how we are curing our diseases. uh, we have to find similar structure for our disease. We can't put every structure we can't put every structure into some for our diseases. For example, you can put your throat tablet for throat infection tablet, for example erythromycin, and you can't expect to reduce fever because erythromycin is for your throat problem. So that's how it's very important to find the structure of the disease what we are going to have, the chemical structure, and then based on the chemistry for any bacterial disease or viral disease, and based on that the drug is being produced similar to the structure, so that the structure will get inhibited. So it will affect the targets area. So that's how we can induce or decrease the disease effect. So if you can clearly see, for example, take this enzyme. This is some active site where the enzyme is being affected. For example, I am introducing um, amino benzoic acid, some drug I am adding. So this is the chemical compound, this is the target compound. Both will it should be similar structure, so that they will bond together and they will produce the structure. They will produce the structure, and they will decrease the consequences produced by it. So this is how ordinary ordinary disease is being cured. So if you consider in this picture, sometimes we can use the receptor, that is the edge of our cell, can be used for the as a drug for the target. For example, this is animal cell. So a small part, this is one cell membrane. This is our receptors binding site. So if any disease affect the cell membrane through this binding site of the receptor, the chemical messenger. So see how it is getting binded. So this is the chemical we are giving. This is getting bind to this receptor. Then the binding structure will give fit. They will give the distance cell membranes some message that you are being cured or you are being treated with some antibiotic. Then the structure will like after getting cured, it will reject this thing. So this is the process of a receptor being used for as a drug. So this is how your drug acts, or your medicine acts. This is how a chemical this for animal cell and cell membrane. Now I will show you how it is used in chemical drugs. For example, consider this, guys. This is our structure, and based on the structure we are giving some treatment or some drug. So this is how the bonding takes place. This is ordinary structure after getting bonded. This is our adenosine. So this is how our structure will get affected. And in our book, if you see, uh, the different kinds of targets are given. For example, this is the classification of drugs are given. Tranquilizers are given. So how they are used for dopamine and neurotransmitter in the brain. So um, used they're used for stress, anxiety, depression. So these are all you have to remember why we are using tranquilizer and what is happening in this tranquilizer. We have to see, if you see this clearly, students, if you clear this structure, if you clearly see the structure, see, this is Valium and this is alprazolam. Okay, so after getting bonded, the structure turns like this. So this is how you getting treated. If a similar structured chemical compounds are bonding together, for example, this is the target and this is the chemical we are giving, drug we are giving. So this is how after the bond they will turn into, so that we can know that our disease is getting normalized. So some of the drugs examples we have here, analgesics. What are analgesic is that one who reduces pain. They are called as analgesics. Those drugs are called as analgesics, and in that itself we have so many. We have types. Anti-inflammatory drugs. In anti-inflammatory drugs, we will be having paracetamol, ibuprofen, aspirin type of painkillers. In antipyretics and salicylics, we will have this for example, some aspirin, some penicillin, some ibuprofen, etc. These are all comes under these things. They will sometimes they will prevent the heart attacks. Sometimes they reduces the hypothalamus fever caused to the hypothalamus, etc. They usually used for reducing temperature, etc. So used for short term pain, short term pain, used for short term pain. So next we will go into this opioids. In opioids, maybe um, morphine, codeine, etc. um, for example, they relieve pain, and they will relieve pain by giving you sleep. They will provide you sleep and they will remove pain. Those are called as narcotic analgesic. For example, anesthetics will come local and general. We know the types of local. They will give you sleep, give you give you sleep, give you sleep and relieve pain. So those are called as opioids, and antacids, neutralizing acids or reduces acid flux, such as our gelusil, digene, etc., etc. So these are for anesthetics. We can say example is lidocaine, propofol, etc. is given. Usually your antacids will, these gel cells, they will consist of milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia will reduce the acid flux. So these are some of the types of drugs available.